Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
You're suddenly sick.
Yeah,
Go away for a few days and you come back sick.
I was actually sick on Tuesday. I just had it was like I thought it was going to be very short lived, and I just wasn't feeling that well, and I came home early from work and slept during the day. And then I felt better Tuesday night. Wednesday morning I got up and I actually went to work and I felt okay. And like halfway through the day, I'm like, I don't feel so well again. And I went home, and then I basically slept from probably 5 o'clock last night until noon today.
Oh, jeez.
So It's just been a.
You got mono.
I don't know. I got something. I don't know what it is, but
You never had mono, right?
I did. No, I did have mono.
Oh, you have.
I had mono when I went to college for the first time.
It seems like that's where most people get it, right? Like not even from like kissing someone, even though it's called the kissing disease.
Yeah, it's just because
like,
you're surrounded by so many more people all of a sudden. So I went from, I had a graduating class in high school of 106 students, and then I went to college. I went to Michigan State University for my first semester. So all of a sudden I'm living with 40,000 people,
right.
on campus, and you're bound to get something. You're just exposed to more stuff. It's like people who join the medical industry and how they will get sick at some point in the beginnings of their medical career because that's how it works.
Yes. Yeah, I figure if you're someone that doesn't normally get sick, you start working at a hospital, you're probably sick a lot right at the start.
Yeah, I got sick when I first became a nurse. I got sick once pretty bad. I got strep throat really bad. And that was it. So, which was nice because a lot of people do get very sick for a long time, and I just got, somewhat sick for once. Wait, what stuff is this that Ark is it cut sandstone?
Yeah, so he only did the front side here. It says terms of like a pattern. So I'm tearing down the other walls because they don't conform to his pattern on the front side.
You're right. That's what I was trying to do too, but I just realized it's not the same.
Yeah, I think you make it in that grindstone over there, right? You
didn't have to do the whole thing. There was only like 2 spots that needed to get changed.
Oh, really? Oh, over here, It was all very wrong on this side. Is it not like that over there? Yeah, that is, though. Well, I mean, maybe it is just a few spots. I don't know.
Well, either way, it's done now.
Yeah, I did it.
What are your thoughts on the whole Equifax thing?
Oh God! Well, I mean, don't even want to get me started on this because I'm the guy that got fucked by Equifax before the whole world got fucked by Equifax.
Right. But I mean, and that's one of the reasons I'm actually even more curious on your opinion on.
Well, they said that they've done this settlement where they're going to pay out X amount to people that were affected by it, but then it comes back and they're not actually going to do that, I guess.
Well, and that's where the problem with any class action lawsuit comes out to be, is there was a specific amount of money in the settlement for the class action lawsuit, and why they decide to advertise what you are supposed to be getting anyway is beyond me.
Well, right. That's what I didn't understand from the very start, because I've been a part of several class action lawsuits in my day. Like there's been one with eBay that happened a while back where I actually got quite a bit of money back from all the money I'd put in. But I mean, yeah, that's always a thing where they settle on an amount and then you get that amount divvied out amongst however many people claim that they were, affected.
Right.
So how can they say everyone's going to get a check for $125 whenever? I mean, unless they assumed every single person that was affected was going to respond, in which case they would probably be more than $120 because a lot of people don't even know about it or aren't going to be bothered to respond anyways.
Yeah. So this one is so much more messed up to me though, because Facebook just like owes billions of dollars in fees from who the hell did they get in trouble with? The FCC? Who do they owe their billions of dollars in fines to?
I don't even
for all
know.
that stuff. Well, either way,
FTC.
Is it the
I
FTC?
believe.
Either way,
I always get the FCC and the FTC confused.
They own
or
they got billions of dollars in fines that they have to pay back for the shit that they did. Equifax is like this company that we don't even have a say in whether we use them or not. We just you're basically forced to utilize them. That's just the way it works, even though you don't utilize them directly. And somehow their lawsuit amount for this is something that everybody in America will be affected by, or I don't know how they determine who was.
Not everyone's social security number got leaked in the breach. Not every single human on the planet.
How do they determine whose did and did not get breached?
I don't actually know that because I went and filled out the forms for this class action lawsuit, and the first thing have you done this?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing that it does is get your information, and then it tells you whether or not you were affected.
Right.
And
yeah.
I want to know how most people.
Yeah. How does it know? How does it know that I was affected?
I don't know if they. I don't ever know how they determine what was stolen and what wasn't in a hacking sort of situation, because if they knew what was vulnerable, I don't know.
Why can't they just contact those people directly?
That's one thing, right? Like, why can't they just directly contact whoever was affected? But yeah, I don't know how they. But see, like my grandma, whenever I put in her social, it says she wasn't affected. But yeah, how was that? But it said I was, and I filled out all the forms. But see, I also had some of the dealings I had to deal with because of me being doxxed happened still in the time period since their hacking. So I actually have documentation of time and money spent dealing with my social security number being compromised. So I was able to provide that, even though it probably didn't technically happen as a result of their being compromised.
Well, and the thing is, you're not going to get paid for it anyway. So,
right.
So
it said I was eligible up to $2,000 or something like that, based on the money and time I had spent dealing with it all. But I don't think I'll ever see any of that.
Yeah, so I ended up taking the 10 years of credit monitoring only because I figured that was some tangible benefit versus the 30 cents I was going to get otherwise in the lawsuit. And I feel like I shouldn't have had to. Granted, I don't think $125 is worth my trouble anyway.
Equifax is providing. You opted in.
Well,
for
no,
a service.
It's through a third party.
Is it?
It's through a third party that claims.
Okay. I thought it was something, because I know that Equifax provides that service, so I thought they were literally going to give you their fucking service for their fuck up.
No, it's through a third party. Owned
by Equifax.
Probably. Most likely owned by Equifax, third party. I just don't understand how, there's a lot of things in, today's day and age that are pretty fucked up and shady that happen with the government and whatnot, but this one seems a little over the top to just kind of be. There seems to be no recourse that anybody can take either, though, right?
Everything seems like that nowadays. Everything to me seems like you have no recourse. Just fucking suck up and take the world is fucked. And what are you going to do? Everyone's like, go to the streets and protest. I don't think protesting does what it used to do. Unless you're shutting down airports like they did in Hong Kong.
I live in D.C.
No one's listening.
I can tell you protesting does not do anything.
Right.
Protest every damn day here.
Constantly every day. Right. No one's paying attention or caring. Unless you are physically affecting the ability for commerce to happen, no one's going to listen to your protest. You can protest to your blue in the face, and nothing's going to come of it. I don't feel like anymore.
I want to know,
and that seems like such a cynical way to view things. But I don't know. We have a politics channel in my Discord, and every day they're constantly posting this. And what can we do? What can we do? And I've got to the point where I'm just like, you can do nothing. You can do nothing.
There's nothing that can be done.
Yeah.
But I mean. How does Equifax survive? How did Equifax survive after this? How didn't it just go away? And who the fuck is Equifax?
Who is Mr. Equifax?
Seriously, it's who? Where did Equifax?
Yeah, I don't know the history of Experian, Equifax, and what's the third one? TransUnion.
TransUnion, that's it.
Yeah, I don't know the history of how these things came to be, why they're so trusted, why they stand in their on their own and cannot be touched. They control your credit and nothing can be said. But like, I don't.
And
I
even when
mean,
they
to me,
fuck up,
this
nothing can be said. Like, that's the thing. It's like, okay, you fucked up, so it's just okay though.
right. I don't understand. I agree completely. I mean, I felt like this whenever I was doxxed. Like my social security number was compromised, and this wasn't their fault, of course. This is something that happened outside of all of that. It wasn't my fault either. It is what it fucking is. I mean, if anyone's to blame, it's my telephone company for giving out the last 4 digits of my social security number. But the fact is that there's a service in place. There was at that time, and at that time it was because of the government fuck up where the government got hacked. And I think you were a part of that even.
Oh,
You?
my wife was, yeah, not me.
Okay. So there was things in place to deal with these situations whenever my shit went down, but they just said I didn't qualify, and it's like, well, what the fuck does it take to qualify? My social security number, you can just Google my name, and there's my social security number. What the fuck more do you need?
You just mean when they implemented the ability to like get new stuff?
Right. To change your social security number in the event that there is a breach, like there's the process is in place, but you have to qualify. And to me, the qualification should be the fact that you can Google my fucking social security number, but apparently that's not enough. And the thing that's always just so fucking humorous to me is like whenever you call a place like this, like a government institution to deal with the fact that my social security number is breached, and you say to them, well, I need to, change my stuff. And they're like, okay, well, first you must verify your identity. What's the last 4 digits of your social security number? It's like, well, motherfucker, you know that all you got to do, you're one Google search away. So what? How is this? How is this a thing?
Please hold.
Yeah, right. I mean, I've laughed at him several times and been like, well, I mean, I'm calling because you can Google my social security number. So like, how are you verifying my identity with something that's one search away? It doesn't make any sense. Anyways. At this point, it's kind of blown over. The sites that did contain my social security number, I know they say nothing on the internet's gone forever, but the sites that did contain my social security number have gone away. So you can't just Google my social anymore. And I didn't talk about this for years because of that fact. Like I was terrified to mention it because again, my social was one Google away. So yeah, I was fucked for years and no one even knew it except the people that knew it, I guess.
Yeah, it's such a big deal now that it's so important to keep that stuff so hidden, which I think is so fucked up anyway. It's because they were never, social security numbers were never intended to be identifiers. Somehow an identifier also is like, it can ruin your life by somebody knowing an identifier that's out there, which is already bad enough. I just don't understand how a company like Equifax keeps going after this, stays trusted with the government, and doesn't lose any standing with what they do.
Yeah, no, that should be the end of that company. Like, oh, well, you done fucked it up. We can't trust you anymore. Like, their credit score is gone now, basically. The way I look at it.
Yeah, there should no more longer be an Equifax credit score. That shouldn't even be a thing that exists anymore.
I agree. But unfortunately, it is.
Yeah. I do find it funny though, and God bless people for caring. And maybe I'm the naive one, but I posted a video a couple weeks ago now of me fixing up a scooter, moped scooter thing, and I had multiple people going, Jeff, I can't believe you made the editing 101 error, and you didn't blur out your license plate.
No.
And I said, I drive every day. Anybody who's behind me can see my license plate. I'm not concerned with my license plate being the thing that somehow gets me out there. That theoretically shouldn't be one of those identifying features.
I mean,
that somebody can steal my life with.
Last name is known. Like you should be. You pay taxes in your state. Well, how does that work? How does property tax work in DC?
We still pay taxes in DC.
Well, I know you still pay taxes, but who do you pay them to?
The DC government.
Where do they go?
DC government.
Okay. So it's just like a okay. I never have understood how DC works. It's not a state.
Well, it's sad because we have a lot of, government, state government, quote unquote, resources, like we have a Department of Health that's a DC Department of Health that I have to, we have inspections for the hospital, which is same if you were in Virginia. The Virginia Department of Health does all that stuff. The main thing we don't have is representation in Congress.
Right. Well, that's weird too. Why do you not?
I don't know. But I guess Puerto Rico
you
doesn't
don't
either.
vote. That's true. They're actually a state. No, they're not. They're a territory.
Yeah, a territory.
Why are they not? There's several things I don't understand. How did you see today that President Trump's trying to buy Greenland?
No.
Yep.
No. We got to protect this, Guude. Greenland is ours.
I know. That's what I said when I read that. I was like, but wait, that's mine and Jeff's property.
That's
maybe he saw our pyramid and was wait. No, this is Iceland right here, isn't it? He saw all our beautiful animals. He's been watching Guano ever since you invited him to the marathon. He's been a big fan.
And he never responded back either. What a jerk.
I know. Obama. Every time I ever wrote a letter to Obama, I got a response.
Did you ever ask Obama to come to the marathon?
No, I should have. He probably would have even.
He still might.
Still might. I'll write. I don't know how to write a letter to him now. I only knew how to write a letter when he was in the White House. I'm sure it's not that hard to figure out. But
you saw that there's a petition going around New York, and they're trying to change the name of the street that Trump Towers is on.
I mean, that would be pretty funny. I'm gonna be honest. That I would laugh at that, but I mean that's a silly thing to be doing.
It's very silly.
To troll the president.
It would be really funny if it happened. It would be the ultimate, like, I mean, his whole presidency's a troll, so it'd be like
right. Troll the troll.
Troll the troll.
So this pyramid looks good. We just gotta figure out what we're gonna do on the inside, I guess. I like the design though.
I'm trying to finish up this layer. And then
did I tell you about finding all the sushi? Like, so I've looked for years for
finding
sushi
all the sushi.
All the sushi ingredients to make it at home finally.
Oh, you did say something about, because you made a comment about how it was all the stuff your daughter wanted.
Yeah, well, so she really wants like the flying, Tobiko, the little red eggs from the flying fish roe. You know what I'm talking about?
I didn't.
They don't. It's not normally something you eat by itself. It's like if you get like a California roll, sometimes they'll throw that on top. Or
I know what the red eggs are. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's one of her favorite things. And I didn't know where to buy that at. Like, I was able to find it on Amazon, but then it's like $40 for a small container. And then like I've looked at like when I was also looking around like at California markets and stuff where they carry that type of stuff, it's like that same quantity that Amazon's selling for $30, and then in the real world would sell for like 10. And so I was like, I'm not paying that much. So anyways, there's an Asian market I've been going to for a little while now. It's right beside the hot pot place, but I never fully walked through the whole place. And I found out the other day they actually have like a whole section with like tuna and salmon and yellowtail and just like everything like ready to go where you can slice it at home yourself, like sushi grade fish. They also have all the different eggs from different fish and eel and just literally every single thing you could ever order at a sushi restaurant, including uni, which is my favorite thing, the sea urchin roe. And at like a sushi restaurant for like one little slice, it's like for one little egg sack, I guess is the best way to refer to it. It's like $15, but it's $12 a pound at the Asian market. So I bought like a tray of it, which is a pound of it, the other day, and like 2 nights ago, I just sat and ate the whole fucking thing.
You ate it all.
Yep, just a whole tray with just like rice, basically. Like if I was buying it at like the sushi restaurant, it was probably like $200 worth of food, but it was only $12 because, again, so like I feel like I'll never go to a sushi restaurant again, or at least I'll like reluctantly go, because like the last 2 nights I went and I bought like everything for like the sushi I normally buy, and I just like the last 2 nights I've just been eating and like I can't eat it all because like I bought like a pound of each type of fish and stuff, and like I don't know, it's been like 3 nights just like sushi buffet at my house. It looks good pyramid. I feel like the top part is missing the pattern there.
It is
like the very tip,
but I don't know how to.
What if the very tip was the bricks that we're alternating with, and then like the corners there maybe are also
the corners.
Is that 3x3?
The top, I think it's a 2x2.
Well, then that wouldn't work if it's 2x2. No, it's a 3x3. Yeah. So if we did the corners here,
is the cut
the
stuff
other brick, yeah, and then the top. Actually, maybe the top would be like a piece of glowstone. Would look pretty good.
Piece of glowstone would look good. And eventually maybe we'll get a beacon that comes out of it.
Oh, that would be sick. Especially ones that change color.
Don't they only change color based on what glass you have in there?
Yeah. So you can have like a piston thing that like rotates through different colors of glass.
We could do that. I wonder if you could do an observer circle somehow that made it change.
What's an observer circle again?
This is just how the lighthouse is made.
Oh, right. I
have no idea.
I was thinking of the thing that the underwater beacon thing. What the hell is that thing called?
Oh, I don't even know.
I'm going here grabbing some glowstone real fast. And
I like how we did make a pyramid for no reason.
We gotta do the inside too.
We gotta get an entrance to it.
It should be like a secret entrance.
It actually looks cool on the inside.
Coming back. Got some glowstone for the roof. You can't cut glowstone or anything like that, can you?
I don't know. You can throw it in the cutter and see what happens.
Yeah. Glowstone slabs. That's probably not a thing. I feel like we should do more with the skeleton farm too. At some point. I don't know what.
I was gonna say such as. Because right now it's a working farm.
It is.
It's not that fast.
It looks.
It's very slow.
Well, yeah, there's that. I don't know if we can speed it up, but I mean, it just looks like out of place, I guess, a little bit. I don't know. It doesn't have. Feels like it's not. It's just kind of there. It's not like part of like a community.
It's not part of a community.
It's not. Like, I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say. Like, it's just. It's like a
communal.
Oh shit!
I just watched you fly over the top of the pyramid.
I touched it with my feet, and I thought I was gonna stop, but I just kept on going. Ah, damn it. I don't know. It's like whenever Arcus makes fun of my modded Minecraft series, he says everything's like a yard sale because it's just all strewn about. That's how I feel about our skeleton farm. It's just kind of there. It's not like part. You can't tell it's like part of where we live. I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
I forgot to put this in the thing.
I mean, when he comes and sees a pyramid that he helped design.
It's true. We got him. I did say stone cutter, so I feel like glowstone is not a stone. Well, glowstone. Well, whatever. Anyways, shut up.
It doesn't say glow cutter.
That's the fine pyramid. So what if like the entrance? Hold on, I'm gonna look at the inside real fast. Oops, missed the hole. Oh, it does look nice inside. That's real cool. Oh, the glowstone kind of puts some kind of weird light on the top too.
I was in here before you put the glowstone up. It looked the same.
Oh, what the fuck's with that light?
I think it's just the way the slabs transfer light.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
Well, didn't they fix that a long time ago?
I thought they did, but you know,
clearly not.
So, are we gonna make it go down more?
So we can make it go down more to be a big room if we really want to, and have it be like a huge base.
What goes inside?
Anything we put in there.
That's a good point. Okay.
A sarcophagus.
I
was saying it depends on what we want to do with this pyramid. If we want it to be bigger for like a living quarters, or if it's just for aesthetic looks on the outside.
I mean, I like the idea of a beacon going up to the top. I kind of like this idea of this huge underground base. Like that. Now that I'm in here, and I'm thinking about the beacon, like you said, going up through there. I imagine, like, you remember Nebris's base that we did that hide and seek in back in the day, where you went down. There was like different lines. Like there was like a red line, a blue line, a green line, and a whatever.
Like the Nether portal.
Kind of like the Nether portal, but Nebris used to have a base that was all underground for the most part. Do you remember this?
I don't. I mean, all we need to do is start digging if we want.
Yeah, yeah. I think we should.
We'll have to come up with our own patterns now, though.
Well, we can do that. We're capable. We're smart people. All right, but we're out of time for today's episode, so we'll have to see you guys in the next episode where we dig out a pyramid. We're like archaeologists.
You have a much better shuffle than I do.
I definitely do. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.
See ya.